Yo, whoa, that might have been a lot. Welcome, King Jesus. Welcome to the stream. How are you liking the AR filter and the whole shebang? You know, there's a little bit of like audio delay. Well, no, video delay actually, but it's pretty cool. It's all happening in real time. NVIDIA is removing the noise from my microphone live through the power of AI. You know, and also the background is being auto removed by a different AI running from the same program. I just realized I didn't turn down the music at all. But yeah, the audio, the noise, and the background is being removed by the AI. It's fucking cool as hell. And then I'm trying to essentially learn how to get. I've seen it a few things how to learn. Trying to learn how to set it up for 3D meshes, so that it's not a picture, right? Because this is a flat picture. It goes up. You know, if I open my mouth, it moves a little bit. But with 3D meshes, you can wrap your whole fucking face. It's fucking wild. But yeah, no, it's pretty wild. Hopefully y'all like the beats, and I think I may have finally found some good tunes for this. I was getting sick of the Halloween beats, honestly. I was like, damn, I like the Halloween beats, but the copyright free ones are a bit lacking, you know. We gotta get over this whole fucking copyright shit on YouTube. Like, figure out a system where it's like, you know, that's how you. 3D mesh would be insane. Oh yeah. 3D meshes. It's pretty easy too, because right. I mean, if you personally have an iPhone, you can get a 3D scan of your face, right? Take that into Blender, rig it, and then take that into whatever. You can actually do it through Unreal as well. Live feed through Unreal. My cat is demanding attention. Also, here's a little cool thing. I'm gonna move the screen a little bit, right? Check this out. That's my mic. It's the fucking coolest thing. Gone. It's gnarly. But yo, I'm excited to look at some of your art today. You're legitimately and to those listening, welcome to the stream. Today we're doing art crits, but you're the only one who I think somebody else responded in the art channel, but you might be the only one who recommended stuff to be critiqued and submitted his own art to be critiqued. And yo, let me tell you, that shit looks cool. And I also just realized I can't move too much because the face will do its. I gotta put my water close to me, otherwise you'll see my face. And you know, it's like I have plans on revealing what I look like, you know, but not now. Yeah, no, it's weird. But anyways, let's get. I guess let's get going. Or, you know what? I'll wait another 3 minutes, and we'll see what's going on. And then I just gotta remember to stop auto tune, or no, not auto tune, autoplay, because it's gonna screw me over. Because this dude's music is copyrighted. You can't see it, but well, you can. This man's music is copyrighted. Some banger stuff. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit, and then check something real quick. Yeah, my cat is demanding all the attention he can get right now. It's hilarious. I don't know. He always does this too. It's always when I try to stream, or always when I try to play video games. He'll just jump on me. I'm like, bro, why? why you gotta do that, you know? And it's just But anyways, you know what? Let's get going. Let's get it going because I am excited for this. Um, I gotta take this off, yo. You've shown me you've shown me these pieces before, but today we get to look at them in depth together. Um, and so I have this one right here. This is to those listening. Well, yeah, to those listening, we're doing the art critiques for this Sunday. And King Jesus submitted 3 of his works, 2 of which I've already seen. Oh, they're gone. What? Oh well. Well, ooh. Here. Yo, King, I'm gonna pull it from the Twitter if you don't mind. Here we think it is. Oh, no. There we go. I got it. You know, because this is also banger. I gotta pull up the stream. So, um, yeah. So we're gonna go through the first piece that King Jesus submitted from before. If you had watched any of the previous art critiques and artist breakdowns, you know King Jesus had submitted some of his works before, and they're actually pretty cool. And then I didn't know he was actually doing this abstract shit until I think I saw it on either on Twitter or his website, or he might have sent it to me. I'm not too sure. You actually know better than me. You might know better than me, King Jesus. But so he sent this, which when I saw, I was like, damn. You know, it's well, I just clicked away from it. But he sent these 3, these 2 first, and then this is I've seen this one today, so we're gonna go through this one. And when I first saw this, I was like, wow, okay, yo, man, what you're fucking with is incredible, right? Because it's it's sort of hard, and to those listening, it's funny enough, but you do this exercise in art school where your professor will ask you, yo, I want you to make a bad abstract painting, and you're like, what do you mean? How can I? How, like, what? Right? And as you start to make and try to produce a bad abstract painting, you start to realize, oh yeah, no, there is such a thing as bad abstraction, right? And so it's hard now, especially how the public and the popular view of abstraction is, right? It's very hard to pull off certain things in well, it's just very hard to pull off abstraction without it seeming sort of fake, you know. And so essentially, like I said, it's quite hard. But King Jesus has solved this problem now. His work sort of reminds me of a few things. I quite like the pattern that's forming in the work, right? Through the color and through the brush strokes, right? It's You can see how the pen was doing it. It's sort of like, um, if you know anything about art history, right? There is the or if you look through the art history books, right? If you look through the abstraction section, you're gonna see a few paintings that are, I've shown them before on stream, that are essentially made out of, um, I gotta make sure not to get into my face too much. Well, that are essentially like cubes, right? On top of cubes, and the artist was going through the process of layering paint at different thicknesses, right? So the colors themselves sort of pop off. I think that's one of them, right? And so I sort of view this sort of work as how that sort of color use and that pattern use has been incorporated, right? And it's actually playing quite nicely for you, King Jesus, right? Because um you're using a lot of I would say like the blending is working really well because it's creating essentially like all, well, not all the tones, right, but most of the colors in the spectrum that we see, right? You're getting the greens here, the yellow, blue, sort of reddish pink, right, white, orange, yellow, right? And so it's already very pleasing aesthetically, and then the pattern gives it like this nice sense of like formation to it, right? um and funny enough, I mean, you have like a grid going on. I don't know how you I actually don't know how you did this, because, well, I can sort of imagine how you did it, but like the way I'm seeing it, right, is you could have done each brushstroke like that, right? Or you could have done each brushstroke like that, right? Part of me is I imagining it was there with one color, right? And then with one color, the blending, you added, looking through the blending, and maybe like the white, the, actually I did follow a grid. Oh, you did. Nice. How'd you get the blending? Yeah, did you have to change colors that much from block to block? Like, goddamn, bro. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. Then look at the fucking quality. That's, wow. That's actually wild. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Goddamn, king. Yeah, that's actually very nice. I think, I don't know if that's the brush sort of slowing down or whatever, but you know, it's, you know, like how Photoshop, like when the brush gets too big, it's then you get to see the brush circles move, you know. So it's, but that's pretty cool. And it's like one of those visually pleasing to look at works, right? I can, this is one of the works, right, where you can hang on a wall and actually be able to stare at it day to day and for extended amounts of time, right? Because, well, this doesn't usually work. Well, sometimes it works. In public galleries, it works, right? If you have sort of, in public exhibitions, when you're coming up with an exhibition, this is a bit of a shit rule, but it's also right. And it's the 3 second rule, right? And it's essentially you have 3 seconds to capture the attention of the viewer in the work. Um, Otherwise, they'll move on to the next work down the line, right? It's, you sort of notice it a lot actually if you go to an exhibition, and you'll see people look at a work within 3 seconds. They know if they're gonna stay, get up close to it, or they'll move, right? And you'll notice it within your pattern, within your own like pattern of viewing the work. King Jesus says, I use the brush that essentially smudges the colors together in each grid. I'll have to send you the process file in DMs. Yo, can I show the process file? I mean, it would be cool. But here, I'll open the other thing. Oh no, wrong one. That's actually one of the cool things that I'm jealous about in the iPad, low-key, is the recording. How you can record your shit. Wow, this mask is slowly going off my face. I think it's because I'm moving, because I keep moving my glasses. Oh, there we go. It's better now. Now we gotta get that fixed. There we go. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on the DMs. Where did the DMs go? Goddamn, fuck, the DMs disappeared. There we go. Oh. I just gotta. But it's like, man, I'm actually, I'm full honesty, I was very impressed when you sent me this. I was like, damn. Because the other work, the Goku inspired work, is it's abstract in its own way a little bit, right? Because, well, I'm also not a fan. I watched Dragon Ball Z very young, and it was in Arabic. So all these fucking names, I don't fully remember them because I learned them in Arabic, and I think it was like Goku is the only one. I don't even fucking remember, honestly, right? And so when I treated it as an abstract thing, the work is so different still. Like this is just, it's so good. And then I think the other one is actually so cool as well. Um, it's the colors you use. Just fucking fly. Get out of here, fly. Um, but yeah, no, it's the colors. It's wild. I mean, just look at the blending here. I mean, here, I guess this is when everybody gets to see my cat. That's my cat. Say hi. Hold on, you're, sir. I am bad with Orient. Hey, there we go. That's my boy. Thank you, boy. Please go away. Thank you. Right, look how nice this blending is. It's I like how at times you have very smooth blending, and then at times you get to see the brush strokes as well. It's you get it accentuates the movements, and then while King sends the video of the what you call it, the progress video, we will look at the other work because I think it's a far more vibrant work. It's actually insane. I think it's you said maybe I didn't know. Well, I sort of knew this was a thing, right? Photoshop can have gradient brushes, and you can like make your own brushes. So in theory, you can have gradient brushes, right? But this is sort of, I haven't looked too much into it. So to use this sort of gradient, to see this gradient brush in use, I was like, damn. Unless you didn't use a gradient brush, I actually don't fucking know. It looks like it's a use of a gradient brush. Is it? No, actually, it's a good work when you're sort of sitting there questioning if it's been done through a gradient brush or not, because you're like, the work is already caught. So the worker has already caught me. It's a big fucking jug of water, You gotta listen to Mick Jenkins on this one. Drink more water. But yeah, it's like, I like the use. It's as if King, you're right, and I think he's listening. He's just getting the video from the Discord. But I think this is essentially just the video, like a circle, and then circles, just done randomly. It's actually quite nice. I really like this. Look at how, bro. How the fuck did you do this? You gotta still let me know. You got still lets me know. Like, you can see, I'm just trying to imagine, like, if you went in with a small pencil and did all of this, because this is a lot of fucking work. Or again, if it's a gradient brush, yeah, I'm still trying to find the video. It's all good. I mean, just the purples that show up are quite nice also, and the blending. We'll zoom in. Oh yeah, there's no music is coming for you guys also. But yeah, here we'll zoom in a little bit. Look at how smooth that is, and then these marks. And then also here. That's also like, if this is sort of, done, or if this appears, right, because of just like the limited brush processing power, or like the limited brush engine Procreate, right? And it's the one that's creating this, I don't know if you call it dithering effect or whatever the fuck it's called. It's quite nice, right? It has its uses. It's able to work quite well, and it's like, even here it simulates depth sort of really well, actually. This sort of feels grabbable. You feel me? And then also this music just took a weird fucking. I feel like we're in Christmas. I guess take me back to the Halloween, please. I mean, man, that's actually great. This little part here. Look at that. Yo, King Jesus, you got some fucking good art, fam. For real, you got some good art. Some good art. Y'all heard it here first. And hey, to those who are curious, actually, King Jesus is pretty active in the Metakey Discord. He's part of the Meta crew, and he's a fucking G. For real. I know. For one, he's gonna be fucking excited about the PFP project, and I hope everybody is, because that shit's gonna be fucking wild. What's up? Hey, welcome TKL03. How's it going? We're just looking through King Jesus' art, and then King Jesus has also submitted the work of a few artists to be reviewed, which is pretty exciting. And so this is the second work of King Jesus. We looked at this one before, and it's wow. Looking at the difference here and there is actually damn. Here it's a bit zoomed in. Gotta reset that to 100, and then gotta reset that to thanks Brave. Oh, that's the reset, dude. That's huge, King. Yo, thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. It's damn. Yeah, this is actually wild. I mean, just it's like not looking at two opposites, but it's like I can look at this, right? And then when I want to take a break from the colors, I just move on to this, right? And then when I want to look at more colors and vibrancy, I just move to the other one. It's the use of the pastel in this one too, like that pastel-y hue. It's underutilized in streams, honestly. Not in streams, in artworks. The sort of pastel hue allows you to get like it shows up. It's actually showing up right there. That sort of grayish, lightish color. It's quite nice. Just popping in to see some stuff, huh? I don't know what I'm looking at most of the time, but I love getting your perspective. Nice work, King J. Yo, so we're looking at some abstract works right now, right? I would actually sort of I mean, if we're gonna get technical down to it, it would be like, hey, impressionistic, neo-impressionistic would be the word, I guess. But it's colorful abstract works that are actually quite nice. Again, I keep going back to this little one. I don't know why. It's this one keep catching my eye, as well as this little circle right here. I don't know what King did. And he's getting us the process video for this to check out on stream. And actually, I gotta check my Twitter real quick, see if he DM'd it to me. No. All right. But it's actually great. Just the blue and then the red, and right, it's got some nice contrast and the use of not contemporary. Is it contemporary colors? My God, why am I blanking out on my art names right fucking now? I'm pretty sure it's contemporary. Oh my God. Colors. No, complementary colors. Oh Jesus. There we go. So for those who are actually curious about what complementary colors are, my spelling is ass. That's why I was low-key be like, hey, they want artist breakdowns as streams, because I don't have to worry about my spelling, because my spelling is fucking shit. So wow, forgot the colors. So complementary colors are essentially colors that are opposite of each other in the color wheel, right? Therefore, they complement each other. They look relatively nice and they go well together, right? Blue and orange, red and green. This fucking color wheel is cut in sort of like This is... Why is... Okay, this is using a different... There we go. That's what we want. Right? Red and green, blue and orange, right? You want to get deeper in the secondary FARC spellings. Yo, I agree with you, fam. I agree, right? Purple with like yellow, green, right? It's stuff like that. It's actually pretty nice. Well, once you start using complementary colors in that way, they make each other pop. That's the whole trick, you know. That's why like the red and the green in Christmas look so nice, right? Because it's just the contrast between the two of them is just boom. You know, for Halloween it's a little bit different because it's just the contrast between just orange and darkness, right? And in art school they like to tell you black and white are not colors. They are black is all the colors and white is the lack of all color. It's fuck them. We don't listen to them, right? If the paint shop has different colors of white, there are I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get roasted by like art people. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at this third work, and so I haven't seen this one except for today. These two I've seen before, and you know, I was like, it's nice to look at them again, right? It's actually good to look at the work after a while from seeing it, because you get to see what works and what doesn't work, right? And then for this one, it's actually quite nice. It's abstract, but it also it feels as if it's figurative in a way, right? This feels as if they're like clouds or smoke clouds, you know. Legitimately, I don't know if that's what King Jesus, if that's what you were going for, but this is actually very nice. It actually looks like it's the beginnings of like a Renaissance oil painting for all in brown, you know. Well, not brown, like sepia and brown and all that, all them tones, you know. The masters used to practice and stuff like that, and it's their practices usually utilized a lot of brown tones, and so this feels as if like you're practicing painting skies or something. It's actually quite nice. And again, like I know this is high quality because I can see the little tiny dots in the brush strokes right there. That's actually wild. Right, you see these? Here, I'll zoom in a little bit more. Oh, that's zoomed out. I hit the wrong button. There's a little bit of loss of pixelation, but that Photoshop does the same thing sometimes, and you notice it. And I DM'd you the Twitter. Hope it went through. I'll check it out. Right, but it's Photoshop literally does this on the computer. I notice it when I get the screen too big, because then not the screen, the brush too big, because then that shit slows down and then I get to see brush. But yeah, so before we get any further on this, we're gonna go into, yeah, we got the video. All right. Oh, what the hell? Why is it not letting me make it full screen? There we go. It's hey, whoa, dude, what the damn. Wow. Okay. Bro, if the AR mask was off, I have the biggest fucking smile on my face right now. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Damn. So well, this was the process for this one, dude. I adjusted the colors for the finish speed so it could be more vibrant. Honestly, yo, I'm looking at the unblended version, and I honestly recommend messing around with that a little bit. Like, legitimately, it looks so nice. I don't know if that's your main interest, but even this sort of use of patterns, like, it's actually quite nice. It's very nice. Right, and just I'll just pause it. Like, right, you clean up. I mean, like, if you want, right, remove the grid from the background, right? But even that, man, like, you can add some pretty different, like, variations here and there. Like, that actually looks fucking sick. Okay, this song is getting pretty loud. um, but wow, wow, that's actually crazy. I really quite like the pastel colors. Like, they're a bit faded, but it's quite nice. It adds a little it's like the work can be colorful and a visual break at the same time, you know? It's actually, damn, dude. I still have the files. I'll definitely play around with it. Dude, that's actually, bro. You should see the smile that's on my face right now. It's actually fucking, to those listening, we got some fucking wild artists in the Meta crew right here. Y'all saw it first. For real. God damn. And even this, man, legitimately, like, um, I have a feeling like, I don't know if you like this legitimately is giving me the allure of a form of clouds, and it's actually quite nice. I don't. It doesn't need to be rendered anymore as clouds, right? You don't need to add any detail. It's just the abstraction of it. I already sort of feel clouds. I don't know if that's what you're going for, but that's sort of the feeling that I get. It's actually crazy. And then when you zoom in, just look at that. And I was here like, oh, he used a gradient brush. He was using a gradient brush. Nah, just colors, the beautiful fucking patterns. And then, man, I'm like, you know, you could actually look into this becoming like sort of. You can actually make like dynamic NFTs of this, right? Because if there is like a pattern behind this that's then blended, right? You can have it like night and day dynamic NFTs. And that would be actually gnarly as hell. I wouldn't recommend using Hen though, because I bought a dynamic NFT on there pretty soon. Well, no, not pretty. Like, let's see, about like 2 weeks ago maybe, and it breaks for half the day. So like it changes states every 6 hours, and 2 of those 6 hours um are broken. And it's not like they follow each other. It's like, I think it's one that's midday that's broken, and then the midnight one is broken. It's actually a little bit annoying. That's the sort of thing you was going for the clouds. Hey, nice. We out here. So, dude, I mean, keep at it, man. Like, legitimately, this is actually very nice. And the background, like, I mean, if you're ever practicing clouds, just legitimately just use a smaller brush, and when using the round brush, right, when you make I'm just saying, like, just if you ever want to paint clouds, right, when you make a circle for like the curve of the cloud, right, like the edge of the cloud, just blend the bottom of it and leave a bit unblended, so it's essentially, it stands out here. I'll move my, it stands out against the sky a little bit, and it just pops. Like, it's actual like Bob Ross shit, yo. Bob Ross usually blends all his fucking clouds, but if you leave a little bit, you get some really nice fucking shape, and then you can layer and layer. You can layer and layer and layer and layer behind and build like actual massive fucking clouds. Actually, dude, I recommend looking at the work of, is it Jason? No. Fuck. What was this? Skull. Oh my god, why am I like woman's little share. No. Was it ghosts? There's some ghosts in his bro. I'm blanking out on the artist's name right now. Fuck me. There's this really great artist that paints his clouds in Procreate. When I find him, I'll send them to you, King Jesus. His shit's fucking wild. Is it Tom? What is it? God damn, I can't remember. But yeah, I'll send you his stuff, man, because his clouds are pretty gnarly. And again, dude, this is even the browns are quite nice, and the use of the little like textured brush, I guess, if that's what that's called, is adds a nice, you know, textured effect to it, and a painterly feeling to it as well. Actually, quite nice. Damn, King, I didn't know you had this skill in you, bruv. What the hell? What the hell? Men's flexing out here. Men's flexing out here. Goddamn. Here. You had sent a few more pieces. Oh, we gotta mention. Hold on. I gotta check. Oh, hey, to those listening, there's a new NFT, an NFT strategy. Remember what like the NFT drops things with the little the little like small info bits about NFT projects. A bunch just got released in NFT Buzz. NFT snapshots, that's what they're called. A bunch of NFT snapshots just got dropped in the soil. Recommend everybody go check that out as well. Metakey, Discord, live. Can't wait to drop the rest of them for you to see. Yo, yo. Wait, hold on. Yo, you sent a lot when I was talking. Hold up, goddamn. Dynamic NFTs would be an awesome idea. Didn't think of it. Oh, dude, yeah. And they're essentially they're becoming sort of easier to make a little bit. You have to wait a little bit longer, but they're pretty. If you know how to code per se, and you do your own custom contract, it's pretty easy, sort of. I think. Yeah. Ew, this what the fuck is going on with the song? Hold on. Here, there we go. So that's just the song. Wow. You know, I was like hearing gunshots every fucking. Uh, and then, yeah, but within a year or so, you'll, well, not within a year, sorry, within like a few months, it'll be fairly accessible and pretty easy to do. I'm praying Manifold releases a platform where we can make our own custom contracts. And then, yeah, got it. You love Bob Ross. I have a channel. Yeah, is it the Twitch channel that's always streaming? I used to watch that shit all the time. Yo, Bob Ross is the shits. It's sad when you watch the Bob Ross documentary. It's actually it's a sad thing, you know. Yo, yeah, send me the rest of those stuff. I'm just reading up chat. To those wondering, I also forgot to set up chat for people to read on screen. That's my bad. So this is, you actually sent some of Grimm's work, Griff's, not Grimm's. My apologies. Griff's work, and I'm actually a big fan. To those wondering, Griff is an artist that came on the scene. I think his genesis was Paul. So if I go, actually it's on his foundation. Oh, this says this is not copyrighted music, but this dude is definitely singing copyrighted music. I think we're gonna just go back to the Halloween. I apologize. He's like, I got 5 on it. Yeah, no, it's copyrighted music. I don't care what anybody says. Um, but yeah, so his thing was on Foundation. What I discovered. Oh, was it super rare? I think it might have been super rare. Yeah, this was his work. I think this was a Paul cover that he did for Dune. This is supposed to be Paul from the Dune series. I recommend reading it. It's a great science fiction series. Only the books that the dude wrote, not his kid. His kid ruined that series. I refuse to read them. Um, I also refuse to watch the movie. My girlfriend is mad at me for because I have a vision of Paul in my head, and I know if I watch the movie, it's just gonna get ruined with fucking Jason fucking Momoa and fucking pretty white boy. I don't know what's his name, you know. And so, um, but yeah, and so his work is quite insane. And so King, I recommend checking it out. Um, dude, like yo, King, I had the same issue with the Book Thief, right? Where it's like that book, I couldn't finish it because like I really liked it, and then this was the cover of the book, right? And then they made a movie, and then every fucking book cover just fucking used the movie as the cover, and I just hated it. I was like, why? But anyways, so you sent Headgear 361. Um, is there audio? No, there is no audio. And so this is a 3D render. I know Griff does some 3D renders. He's posted some, and I think some of his drawings might actually utilize 3D renders, which is pretty nice. Um, it's as we saw. If anybody saw the last Metakey stream, we know that 3D can be really utilized in almost anything, including painting. So this is actually pretty cool. I think it actually shows like his style, right? Because he sort of paints Mobius. I know he's a little bit inspired by Mobius, right? And he paints these science fictiony Mobius sort of like worlds, right? And figures, and Mobius is known for having like really gnarly fucking things. In his works. For those who are curious, Mobius is, and that's not how you spell Mobius. That's how you spell Mobius. He's the creator of heavy metal, the original, not the genre, right? Heavy metal magazine. But for those who are curious, heavy metal magazine didn't start in America; it started in France, and it was started by this man's right here, Mobius, right? Jean Gerard, you know, and then if you're curious more, then you know the heavy metal magazines. I think of the '60s, or well, maybe not even '60s, like '80s and '90s. Fuck, maybe '70s. Around that time, it's inspired by the French magazine. Here, actually, heavy metal magazine in 1977. Yeah, so '70s. It's actually still going to this day online. It's fucking cool, and you can find a bunch of heavy metal stuff um, on Internet Archive. And so this is the American one, I believe. Yeah, 1977. But as you can see, like Mobius paints some fucking here. You go to tools, size, large. If anybody's curious how to get large images on Google, I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy. But this is sort of bombastic shit that he draws, right? And then look at that fucking gnarly ass hat. Look at that world, right? And so he's primarily, Mobius is known for his skill of just world building, insane world building. Here we go, and insane shading too. Like, my god, I realize this sort of blocks it a little bit, right? This is a famous one by him. All right, he painted Jimi Hendrix. All right, I'm gonna open this one as well. And so his work, I legitimately view it as inspired by Mobius a little bit. It's like the futurized Mobius with elements of, like cyberpunk, right? Well, that's not the image. There we go. All right, like look at that shit. right? And how gnarly is that hat, right? How gnarly is this headgear with the wires and the things, right? And the mask. It's actually nice. This is his known origin. Vintage, so he's rare, retro. Again, right? So it's like, so to those who are curious, cyberpunk, not the game, genre also, right? Because science fiction. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I didn't ask for the game. It started around the 80s, maybe. Well, background. Oh no, 60s and 70s. Yeah, so it actually makes sense because some of Mobius stuff is cyberpunkish. Yeah, so right, it is retro. It's emulating that retro with static and little dots that are just appearing there. It's actually quite nice. Has this been bought? No, but this is his collection of headgears. I see. Oh, I think they actually have been bought. Wow, futuristic fashion headgear. Well, that's different. That was different than what King Jesus was showing us. Um, but wow. Well, that's the next piece actually. Never mind. So we're at headgear 3, and I actually quite like this. Where is the IPFS? God damn it! Where is the IPFS? Why do is it insights? No. Owners? No. Info. What? No. Oh. 4 megabytes JPEG. Alright, we're gonna have to open this. There we go. Okay. Yo. Again, right? We can sort of see the little bit of inspiration a little bit more clearly. And I just realized that was not a correct English sentence at all. Alright, but sort of the cool hats, right? I mean, personally, I see that inspiration, right? And then the wire is the science fiction element. Is this... so I think this might be 3D rendered and then painted. Or... no. I actually don't know. What is this? We'll see. 2D. 2D. Alright, so this is just hand-drawn. Conceptual illustration. So digital drawing right here. And as you can, it's actually pretty cool. To anybody watching, anybody listening, right? Pay attention to just like the highlights, because it's not a lot of marks. That's pretty much like a straight mark right here. Straight mark. That's a mark. That's like one mark with some blending, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, right? This was a little bit light. You can like, you know, like fill it up a little bit and just start blending, right? And then here's also just a lighter area. This could be just this actually, or this little tone here, right? He's actually got the shadow. Wow. Damn. And then his nose, right? Because the sun is sort of coming up. You're getting 2 light sources, right? It actually, and there, one is from the front and one also feels a little bit it's coming from the back here, right? Just a little bit, right? Because you're getting that reflected light here, but it's enough that you don't need to render the detail, right? Because your eye already understands that this is dark enough. I don't need to pay attention to this, right? And also, because it's a black dress, right? You don't need to put a lot of detail at all. Like this is barely any detail, just some light blending, or like maybe like a bloom brush, because that's a thing I've seen now. To just lighten the edge, right? And then it's just one color, so it's quite nice. It's actually, there's a lot of useful like art tricks that are happening, right? Because again, you don't need a lot of detail, especially for something that's gonna be this small in the painting, right? The face is taking what, like this much of a work like that's this much, right? So you don't need to add a lot of detail. Your eye is gonna fill it in immediately, right? That's the trick. You gotta learn when to stop it, and so he clearly knows when to stop, very clearly. It's actually it's fucking. I like the blue little things, right? The lights for the technology, and then just add glow around them. It's actually, it feels a little bit like the helmet on top is shinier and glowing as well. Yo, King, you got a good eye for some art, man. Griff is Griff's pretty good. I discovered his work through that Dune's cover. I'm a big fan of Dune. I read Dune like 3 years ago, the first book at least, and so seeing an artist enter the space that paints Dune, I was like, yo, I'm gonna follow you, sir. And everybody go follow him on Twitter at Griff Crypto, and also everybody go follow King Jesus. He has shown his art today, therefore he gets to be mentioned on stream at King Jesus Art 1. And yo, I like this, fam. I like this actually, sir. This is quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out later too. I'm gonna check this off stream. I gotta go. I may have seen this before, but I'm gonna go down your profile again, see if you posted anything new. Yo, hope the price is decent for this. Man, I think these are fucking. They're sold out. We have a few more pieces to check. 3 pieces, but I gotta go to the bathroom, so I will be back, and I'll take this time to use a 5-minute break. But yeah, I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. I realize I put on the wrong the wrong text thing. That's hilarious. Yeah, and to those who are curious why I turned off the NDI, as you saw, like that tracking thing is not that good. So it's if you've watched the whole thing, you've seen my face about twice, I think, maybe like 3 times. I don't know. I haven't been paying full attention. Probably you just got to see this see there now. But anyways, we got 3 pieces left to look at, and they're on Hikatnak, so I'm pretty excited for them. And you know, it's King. I gotta say, you're building quite the collection, sir. Men's went to war today on Hikatnak. So we're gonna open this boy, we're gonna open that boy, and this boy. So, yo, you got one of these, bro. I was looking at these like, what, a week ago, and I was like, damn, I can't afford them. 45 tes, too much. What the hell? Montez. Well, hey, Hiketnunk. At this point, to me, just because I only use Tezos for Hiketnunk. Hiketnunk is Tezos, and Tezos is Hiketnunk. I don't own one yet, but I'm really thinking about buying one of these. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, okay, dude, you got a good eye. The best thing about these is we can view the IPFS. I got a new tab at first. Apologies. So this is Sunset Favela 005 Rotring pen. That's my dad's favorite type of pen, actually. And markers on paper, 4,000 by 4,000 pixels. So, wow. That's actually quite nice. Yeah. And so favela, I'm pretty sure, is like the slums, right? And so it's actually quite nice. You see, there's head on there. Man, honestly, works like this, I legitimately, like, if I had the 45 test to spend, oh yeah. God. Well, I mean, he could. I legitimately see this sort of work. Well, that was my phone. I sort of see this work selling for a couple of a good amount of guys. It's pretty good. I mean, look at the detail and just the line work in all of these. Like, you have to pay attention and actually love what you do, otherwise you get fucking bored. Like, straight up. So I also like the little bits of like bleeding that happen. JPEGs, clean NFT. Wow. Sweet and sour. What else is there? Hen. We have hotel. People swimming. There's a bear swimming. An octopus. That's actually very nice work. NFTobject.com. Clean NFT. Hen also. 2021 NFT hen. That's actually wild. Tezos. I get so bored after doing that much detail in One Piece. Yeah, man, it can get gruesome. What is... I think that may just... Oh, graffiti. Wow. Dude. It's actually wild. This, yeah. No, this is actual good work. This is sort of where, like, this actually is a style, right? This is their adopted style. They clearly know how to fucking draw. And they know how to utilize perspective in cool ways, you know, the Kukai. I think that might be his name, Goal. It's actually very good work, goddamn. Even the vines. And the crocodile. Like, I used to look at work like this as a child and I would fucking stare at it for hours, and it's fun. Alien. The undead. Like, wow, there's so much stuff. Tacos. Yo, this is... Oh, wow. The pool. Little, like, you drain thing into the... little pipe into the water. Shark and dolphin. Duck. 2 dogs. Temple wallet. Yo, it's got a lot of good shit. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is actually really good work. This is a good artist. Do I follow them? No, I do not. I will follow them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Not even close. Maybe I could look at this. Yeah, dude, this is it's like fuck. You don't even need to tell me to find Waldo. I'm just gonna fucking try to find anything. You know? NFTs, Tezos, man, it's actually great. The water. And it's so playful. Right? It's got quite the playful feeling to it. You know? And that's really police cop in the tree. I just noticed that. It's actually hilarious. A police cop. Wow. A police officer in the tree. Hey, have you ever seen a police cop? Yo, even the palm trees. Like, look at that. Yo, and the snake. You ever play Snake as a child? Like the board game with the snake? Like, this reminds me of that, legitimately. Wow, yo, good fucking work. Good fucking work. The next piece you shared is Etruscan, yeah. Eye traction. Yeah, there's no S in there. Wow, I legitimately might be dyslexic. Wow. Like, Jesus. Eye traction. Eye traction is a word combination of eye and attraction. It is a visualization of the quality of force, of a quality or force of someone or something that tends to pull others in or create interest in person or thing, specifically the visual art. This is a collaboration work of Alphabet and Stephanie Zefania. Digital and watercolor, 3,600 by 3,600 per pixels. Personal use only. Alright, we're gonna IPFS it. So it's about the attraction, and again, I'll read that again actually. It's the visualization of the quality or force of someone or something. Okay, so it's essentially trying to visualize the pulling force that attracts you to something or someone, right? So like love, you know, we're gonna let it load. Yo, it's cold out here. I'm starting to get fucking well, I also have a very hairy cat, so it, I get allergies now, and then my cat's hair is everywhere, and so it gets in my nose. That's just fucking annoying. Right, the IFPS is it's taking its sweet ass time on this one. Hello. There we go. So this says digital and watercolor. Okay. We just gotta let it zoom in. I see. I see what they mean. So one side I think was actually I'm trying to figure, to those listening, and you're like, you just heard me like just make a bunch of sounds and not say a single thing. I'm trying to figure out how this was done, right? Clearly through the use of like some mirroring, right? Because this is exactly the same thing, right? And Photoshop and Procreate literally allow you to like to mirror what you're drawing. So when you draw on the left, it draws the same thing on the right. And so, but I'm trying to figure out if they painted it like side, right? And then just like one side, and then just mirrored it, and then added an extra hand after, or painted it and then cut it and put it in after, or yeah, let's zoom in. Is this the same? Is it the same eye? Yeah, that's literally the same eye, and so what I think could have been done is each thing was painted right, individually, and then cut out and then put into Photoshop and then just mirror, right? And then later with a marker or maybe even a selection tool, and through the mirroring also added these little patterns. And then it's not bad. It's actually quite good. It's utilizing what do you call it, floral patterns and Art Nouveau patterns, and then it's also utilizing like texture, right? I think maybe like an overlay thing is happening actually, or like maybe a lighten layer is happening, right? Because part of me is thinking this background is not the same as like this paper right here is not the paper that was actually used to draw these on. Maybe I'm not too sure, but it's quite good. It's using Art Nouveau like floral patterns, right? The lack of like big marks going outside the work, it's keeping your eye within the work. I sort of don't get the law of attraction though. It doesn't read attraction to me. It reads thinking. I don't know why. Right? It's like it's just the use of the eyes and then these eyes. It's like I'm not attracted. I'm just like it's thoughts. That's just my opinion. Yeah, it's like it's quite visually pleasing work, right? But it's like I get it, eye traction, right? Eyes, but I'm getting more like thoughts and an observation. Yeah, thoughts and observation more than attraction. It's it's which is, I mean, like it's not a bad thing, right? But there's like a weird clash happening between the name and what I'm seeing. I mean, personally, but it's still quite good work, right? They're an illustrator from Indonesia. Are they the person? Okay, so they're the same painter that did that. Yeah, so the background is they're using the same watercolor texture, like the paper, right? To essentially cut their watercolor drawings and tune them up in Photoshops, which is not bad, right? And so this is the piece we're gonna be looking at. Putri Duyung, the mythical creature series, will be ready in 3 episodes, which introduce 3 most popular creatures. Episode 2, Putri Duyung, mermaid. In folklore, a mermaid is an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female human and the tail of a fish. Mermaids appear in the folklore of many cultures worldwide, including Europe and Asia. What? Europe, Asia, and Africa. Okay. I'm just gonna hit the IPFS. Quite nice. Alright, I'll turn up the audio. This music's fucking weird. It's mixed a bit weird. Yeah, so I think some of these figures are actually like, no, never mind. We'll see. Some water. My mouth is dry. So I think it's loaded. Oh wow. Actually, now that I think about it, they might actually be using the watercolor texture as an overlay on top of the drawing. Oh, no, what? How? It says it's only watercolor though, but it looks like it's the same watercolor. Right? Look at that. It's literally in the same spot every time. But maybe again, maybe just painted on watercolor and then added on it. But nonetheless, that doesn't deter from the work itself at all. Actually, um, it, that literally does nothing to the quality of the work. Yo, damn, it's again like it's like you know, it's a depiction of the you know, like I guess it's the Indonesian depiction maybe of, right, Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesian depiction of mermaids from Indonesian cultures, right? And you can't, you know, I can't read too heavily into something like this. You know, it's far more figurative, and it's far more like the meaning of it, the meaning behind the work is already out there already, right? So it's like, you know, we're just looking at a depiction of a mythological creature, and it's, I mean, it's very nice. You know, this artist, Stavies, is quite good. You know, look at that. And watercolors is hard to do, trust me. That's why I moved to gouaches, because they work like oils more than watercolor, or I just use them like oils more than watercolor. But even wow, even here, and some people also will like use watercolor and then go back in with crayon pencils, which this doesn't look like it's the case, because you would be able to see like big marks, harsh marks, right? This just looks like it's the pencil, right? Yeah, and just the ink, like where like more color sets, right? The more color has set here than on here, right? Or she could have gone after with another red. And then look at, oh wow, dude, just for those scales alone, those scales like feels like armor. Yeah, it low-key feels like armor. And then little like sea creatures things, I guess. And then more scales. And then just like with a white marker, or Dr. Martin's bleed proof fight. If you're ever using watercolors and or gouache and you need a really strong white, Dr. Martin's bleed proof white is actually insane. It's one of the strongest whites on the fucking planet. Legitimately, it's stronger than gouache white, and that's why I tell people to use. Right, you literally see it here. You don't need a, well, this again could be just a gel marker, but part of me is thinking it could be Dr. Martin's bleed proof white. I mean, nonetheless, the highlights are put in very nicely. And just the seashell on the hair. And yeah, even the gaze. It's actually, yo, this is a pretty good work, King Jesus. I mean, if you ever think of picking this up, this is really nice work. It's very fluid, well contained within the paper, right? Makes sense, very readable, right? And it's aesthetically pleasing as well. So well shaded and well colored. Yo, it's wild. Here, let's look at that. Little jellyfish with a few little highlights, right? And from afar, it reads very nicely. Like, right? You see how like some of these highlights are just literally fucking dots and nothing else? That's all you need. And the brain, or just one stroke, and the brain fills everything in. But yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little stream. I certainly did. I always enjoy looking at the Metacruise art, and also what art they're thinking of buying, you know, and it's quite nice. Hopefully I was helpful in some form. You know, King Jesus, thank you for coming on to the stream, my mans, as always. And also thank you for submitting works to be reviewed for today. You know, I really appreciate it, my mans. And TKL or TKI, I'm not too sure, 03, thanks for hopping in here. It's great having you as always. And you know, it's always great to have the Meta crew in here. You know, we out here, this is for you guys, the art. And I legitimately care about the art. You know, I said it a little bit earlier, but go follow King Jesus. He submitted his work, and he's literally the one who just sent a bunch of work on to be reviewed today. So go give him a follow at King Jesus Art 1. And then if you ever want to get in contact with me, you can tag me at the Metakey Discord and the Duat Residency channel, and I'll respond to you there, or just tag me any channel. Just make sure you tag me so I see it. And if you want to tag me on Twitter, I'm pretty responsive over there as well. It's at Anubis_3100. And yeah, just tag me there, and I'll respond to you. Yo, Daniel, thank you for the stream, just popped in. Alright, just load it back. These are set to go live right after the end, so they should be uploaded automatically anyways. Yo, Daniel, hey, thank you for coming, my mans, also. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next artist talk. Hopefully enjoy the rest of your night.